another week. It's another Pendulum. It's Garry.
You're pointing at me. I didn't know what was going on. I thought you were thinking of something to say.
No.
It's Garry.
And it's Geoff.
Oh my God, it's Geoff!
Woo! Yeah.
Holy shit!
We just brighten your day every time.
That's true. We are a bright spot for people, I think. In these times that we are in.
I know, economic turmoil and
global warming.
All that stuff.
War in the Middle East.
That's right. We lighten the load. We bring joy to people's lives.
We do. And if we don't,
That's our burden. That's
Yeah.
our burden.
We'll take it.
I know.
We're broad-shouldered men.
If we must suffer this, then so be it.
If we have to go to our local comic book store, buy books, read them, and then give you our opinions on them to make you people happy, that's our cross to bear.
That's right.
Gladly.
If we have to tell you about video games that we play in the comfort of our homes, then
it's something
so
we do.
Shall we?
Yeah. It's what we do for the people we care about.
That's right.
We're heroes, really.
We are.
I don't like to toss the word around, but
not lightly.
Not
no,
lightly.
Not
I don't.
Lightly. Not lightly.
It's not one of those things where it's like, oh, you got my coffee made right. You're my hero, Tim Horton's attendant. No, I don't go doing that.
No way,
but
man.
For you and I,
no way.
Heroes.
Yeah.
Totally.
I agree. So it was a pretty light week.
It really
overall.
was.
Every publisher really had a light week. It wasn't the shelf.
Is it because of the holiday schedule? You think?
I'm not sure. Could be actually.
Well,
we had holidays.
We had Canada Day up here, and to our American fan, S fans parentheses S. Happy 4th of July. Hopefully this will be up on the interwebs on July 4th.
That's today.
I'm gonna try. I'm a very busy man, Geoff.
Yes, I know.
I got a lot of things going on.
That's true.
I'm a mover and shaker.
That's right. So, let's get started then.
Yeah, very light week.
You had not too many books.
I had less than half a dozen.
That's
by that
good.
I mean 5.
All right then. So, which book have you chosen
I mixed up a little. We've talked a lot of Green Lantern on the show. We've done some Superman, Batman.
Too much Superman, Batman.
Not nearly enough Superman. But Superman. Gonna do a book we haven't really discussed that much about. One of my personal favorites from the New 52, which I'm very happy to say that it's one of my favorites. Earth 2 by James Robinson. I picked up issue number 14 today, and it's the kickoff of the brand new story arc. They've got the new group of wonders, as they call them in the Earth 2 continuity.
I guess this would be Robinson's last arc, would it not?
I think he's wrapping this up before he departs. I don't think he's leaving it halfway through. But it's a little sad that he's going to be leaving, because I've really enjoyed his work on this book.
Mm-hmm.
The new team of wonders, as they're called in the Earth 2 world. We got the new Dr. Fate, the new Green Lantern, and the new Flash are kind of doing a nice little preemptive strike on one of the enemies of Earth 2, the guy that led the invasion for the first time around, Steppenwolf. So it's kind of, we've got our old JSA group back, fighting strong against the classic villain of the DC universe, which is nice.
Mm-hmm.
But it's been a fantastic book. The first couple of arcs were all getting players in place. So we've got Green Lantern's origin, we've got Flash's origin. The previous arc was the new Dr. Fate's origin.
Didn't they have Hawkgirl as well?
She hasn't actually. She's had like a little mini origin, but she hasn't had that many specific stories yet about her. We've also got like some background player characters. Like we've got the Atom Smasher, Wesley Dodds, the Sandman.
That's cool.
They've had Red Arrow in here for a little bit, so kind of adding
Wildcat?
No Wildcat yet.
Ooh.
No Wildcat. I think they've mentioned Ted Grant, I think.
Yeah.
But the new designs of all the Earth 2 characters have been really, really good. I wasn't too sold on them when I first saw them. I'm still not nuts about the Flash's costume. I think it's a little bit too tracky.
Don't like the helmet.
Yeah, the helmet's a bit goofy. Although on the cover to Earth 2, issue 14, they've got this cool like propaganda war poster as the cover. And the Flash's costume looks fantastic. The helmet looks great. But in the rest of the issue, it's the standard costume he's been going
the
with.
fishbowl.
The fishbowl thing and the weird like track suit. It's like a broken red and blue color. I think I don't know if they're trying to make it not look so much like either the old Jay Garrick Flash or the Barry Allen Flash that's going on in the main continuity. But it looks kind of goofy. The new Alan Scott, I like. His costume is really cool. I was a super huge fan of the original style, like with the big collar and the cape. Great costume. The new Dr. Fate is fantastic. He's got kind of a Starman vibe going with his black Starfield costume, but still the gold accents, like the helmet, the cape, the belt, and the gloves and everything. Cool. And they've done some really cool ways about how he uses his magic and everything. So it's kind of, they've got a rule set in place for how his magic works, which is one of those things they always kind of have a hard time with Doctor Strange in Marvel. How his magic works, what the rules are to his magic. So it's like, why isn't he the Deus Ex Machina for every story?
Yeah.
This, they've kind of explained and put little locks in place to explain his power set and how it works and how he goes about accessing them. So it's kind of a neat thing that they've done with Dr. Fate. He's not just the all-encompassing, oh, we got a problem? Done. Problem solved. Cool. So it's kicking off the story arc with them invading this. Basically, they're going in ahead, without telling anybody, going in ahead of the world army that exists in this Earth reality to kick out or soften up the army that's going to be resisting the invasion. So it's a great book. It's a nice kickoff to a new arc.
That's cool.
Nicola Scott's art is quality.
She's always been a great artist.
Yeah, not the flashiest art in the world. There's some really great splash pages though, but it's quality work across the board. There's not a panel where you look at it and go, what's happening, what's going on. There's some really good dynamic action in some of the battle scenes. The way the magic is drawn is really nice as well. There's a couple cool splash pages, like I mentioned, of like the 3 new wonders, Dr. Fate, Green Lantern, and Flash. So I'm very happy with this issue. I don't think there's an issue I picked up where I've been or disappointed by it. And at a $2.99 price point as well.
Yeah, that's a bonus.
Yeah. I am, like I said, I'm sad that James Robinson is leaving the book. I'm sad for the reasons he's leaving the book as well. They want to add more books to the Earth 2 line, which I am thankful for. I mean, I'd like to see a Green Lantern solo book or a Dr. Fate solo book. But James Robinson wanted to write, I think, all of them, and DC's kind of against that idea. Yeah. So they were going to give it to other writers, which, I'm fine. I would like to see other writers take on some books. Maybe if Robinson wanted another book out of it, fine. Yeah. But not all of them. Let's give someone else a chance. But because of that little dust up, he's leaving the book. And DC in general, I think. So,
I was a huge fan of Geoff Johns' JSA and Justice Society of America runs. Would I like that book?
I believe you would. It's got a different vibe because they don't have the legacy training aspect to it. There's no old heroes, young heroes. Yeah. These guys are replacements for the original Earth 2 heroes, which were basically their versions of Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman. There was a big war with Darkseid during the first issue of Earth 2 back a year and a half ago. Yeah. And the Wonders, those versions of their Wonders, gone. So the big huge thing about it was kind of cool, like, oh, they're going to be the Earth 2 versions of Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman. Is it the Dick Grayson Batman? What's going on? They're gone. Yeah. They're off the board by the end of the first issue. And then the rest of the intro arc is kind of setting these players up to be their replacements. So they're almost the flip version of their old legacy selves. These are the replacement new versions of older legacy characters that were established on Earth 2. Everyone knows Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman on Earth 2. They went out like heroes saving the world. Yeah. These are the new generation of heroes stepping up. So it's got that kind of rookie learning curve vibe to it as well. Yeah. But I think because of that aspect that is transplanted from the old JSA, Justice Society stuff, with new heroes learning the ropes type of thing, I still think you'd enjoy it though.
Cool. So the first hardcover is out for those that want to pick it up in that form. Not the soft cover yet, but the hardcover, and I think it's $24.99. So
probably 6 issues or so.
6 issues, yeah. It's not the cheapest, but that's the average price nowadays. So.
I would probably prefer picking it up in single issue back issues than the hardcover trade. Soft cover for the price point, hardcover might be a little much for 6 issues.
So,
but it's a great story. It's a consistent team. It's the same writer and artist across the board, and it's been a quality story throughout the entire 14 issues. And I can't wait to see where they go with it. They've kind of got that what the Ultimate Universe used to have, where it's, hey, you can kind of come up with new versions, new stories, and do things.
That's cool.
So they're taking that ball and they're running with it. So very, very happy.
Cool. Sounds good.
So check out Earth 2.
So I read Avengers AI #1.
I'm noticing a theme with your books.
Yeah, strange. Funny enough, it takes place one day after the Age of Ultron ended. Thank God it features no Ultron.
Yeah.
That's the one bonus.
You know, ironically, neither did the Age of Ultron miniseries, barely. So
That is also true. The new lineup for this book, because it's a new team of Avengers put together by Hank Pym.
What is this, the 13th team of Avengers kicking around?
Like that. So we got Monica Chang, Victor Mancha, who was from Runaways by Brian K. Vaughan, Vision, a random Doombot, and Hank Pym for now. I think they're going to add a couple people later on, but...
That Doombot was from last week's Ultron in 10 AI, wasn't he?
Yes, he was.
Yeah.
So
now, they keep putting Runaways guys in other books.
it's because there's no Runaways.
Why?
Why not?
Give us a new Runaways book.
They haven't found the right pitch, according to them. So that's it.
The pitch being, it's a great team of characters with a great story that they can't get anyone to write.
Because no one's reading it. That's why it keeps getting canceled. So
every con they
There
go
you
to,
go.
it's like, where's Runaways happening?
same thing with Batgirl. Same thing with a lot of characters. So that's it.
Maybe they're testing the waters by having some of the old Runaways in Avengers Arena.
Maybe.
Yeah.
So it's written by Sam Humphries, who's doing a couple Ultimate books, or one Ultimate book at the moment. The artist is a new guy, Andre Lima Araujo. I don't know. Something like that.
We'll go with that.
The art's fantastic. It's very clean. It kind of reminds me of Jimmy Chung's art.
Ooh.
So,
yeah. I see it.
It's
Little rougher than his, but I can definitely see it.
It's pretty sweet. Basically, well, I'm not going to spoil it, really, but Vision is pretty badass in this one. The Doombot is amazing, acts just like Doom. Well, that's what he's programmed to do, act just like Doom. But he's hilarious. The Doombot is awesome. Victor's okay. Not too bad. He's, trying to do his thing and basically learn as he goes. Vision has a lot of new powers in this book.
Out of nowhere, apparently?
They explain it.
Which version of Vision? Is this the Young Avengers version of Vision?
No, that was totally different.
Okay.
This is... Oh, you haven't been reading... Well, I don't know. If you've been reading Avengers, he has come back.
He had a very disjointed timeline.
So, this is not the Young Avengers Vision. This
Which
is
version
the
of Vision was that?
Vision.
It was just like... was that a time-displaced Vision?
I can't remember.
Because there was a time, like, after Disassembled, where Vision was popping in and out.
I think, didn't Iron Lad build a new Vision? Wasn't that it? But
Maybe
with his old brainwaves or something like that. I can't remember.
And then, like, because there was that weird thing where in the Avengers before the Marvel Now continuity thing, it was only seemed like a little while since he got ripped in half and disassembled.
Yeah.
And Tony's like, oh, I fixed him, or can't figure out why he's not awake.
Exactly.
I'm like, this was like a decade ago.
I know.
That's one of those weird time things.
So, he has been back for a while, just hasn't been very prominent.
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing. Bendis brought him back at, I don't know when, sometime during his run. And so he's been kind of under the radar, even during the whole Age of Ultron thing. So, he's back. He's part of the Avengers again, this new AI team led by Hank Pym. He's got some new powers, which are actually not bad. And they are explained.
Mm-hmm.
So... I mean, we probably haven't been shown everything he can do yet.
Does he still phase?
He still phases.
Okay, because that'd be kind of funny.
Yeah, he still phases, so that's cool. And, so they're out to stop a threat. Not telling you what the threat is, but it's,
threatening.
It's good. I haven't read a lot of Sam Humphries' work. I think he's done a really good job. I'm actually surprised this new Avengers book is as good as it is. It is also $2.99, and I will definitely be picking up more of them because it's funny, it's action, I like Hank Pym, he's pretty cool.
Are we getting to the point where we've got maybe too many Avengers books?
Hard to say.
Do you think the reason is it a necessitative thing for this to be called an Avengers book?
Well, in the book, they sort of Shield plays a part in this book.
Okay.
And they have an AI division. So this Monica Chang, who's a Shield agent, obviously, she's the head of the Shield AI division.
She was a Sam Humphries invention from the Ultimate Universe, I think, wasn't she?
I don't recall.
I think she's Nick Fury's wife over in the Ultimate Universe.
Maybe. So, anyways, she's heading this division up, and then, well, I don't know. They don't actually call themselves Avengers AI. They just call themselves Avengers, of course. Mm-hmm. But, whatever. They're just another offshoot of the main team, I guess you could call it. I don't know if it's too many Avengers books. That's the thing. It depends on the buying public, right? The public's buying more Avengers, so they're going to keep pumping them out, right? That's the thing.
That's true. How many books are there with Avengers in the title? We've got
Quite a few.
Many.
Quite a few. So, but the thing is, I buy all of them except for Secret Avengers.
Yeah.
So.
Avengers Academy? You got Avengers Academy?
That ended a long time ago. It's Avengers Arena.
Actually, Arena, sorry.
I buy Avengers Arena in trade form.
Yeah.
Just because, I don't know. I just do. But it's also a $2.99 book, and it's friggin' amazing as well. So you can pick that one up, too. And the trades are very moderately priced, so that's cool.
We've got one new book, which is apparently a must-read, must-pick-up. Goodbye for this week in a new Avengers book.
Yep, and it's a must-buy, I must say. Yeah. $2.99, and it's really well drawn, really well written.
Nice.
So.
And a new arc in a fantastic DC book. So despite the light week, I think we got some quality books.
Yeah. So we doing your old book, or are we going to talk about that?
What do you mean that? I'm not going to talk about that.
Totally.
We might talk about that.
Let's talk
since we have a light week, I just wanted to do a quick mention of a book I got last week.
All right.
Justice League, issue 21. The entire issue was Geoff Johns and Garry Frank's wrap-up to their Shazam introduction.
Oh, okay.
The previous...
Was it the full issue or just
full
still a backup?
Issue.
Full
issue.
Okay.
So it was a full Garry Frank issue. Which,
that's cool.
Yay!
Love Garry Frank.
Love his art. So I think it was 9 parts or whatever backup tales in Justice League issues that were telling the story of Shazam.
At least 9.
Yeah, at least. Introducing Shazam into the new DC continuity. And I love Shazam. I prefer Captain Marvel as a name.
I prefer Captain Marvel as well.
Shazam is the wizard and should only be the wizard. But anyway...
Yeah.
The new introduction to Shazam into the DCU has been great. The Billy Batson character is certainly rougher around the edges than he was previously.
Still a boy?
Still a little kid.
Right.
So he's still got that kind of big wide-eyed wonderment when he gets the powers. He knows Freddie Freeman from the get-go, basically, in this story. There's the Black Adam setup is great. They have Dr. Sivana in there. There's a great teaser hint set up for more storylines at the end. A great little cameo, which I don't want to spoil, but it's so awesome.
That's good.
And it's fantastic. Aside from looking spectacular, the costume on Shazam is great. It's really grown.
I do like the new costume. Yeah.
I wasn't nuts about the two-tone lightning bolt, but in the books it looks great. The hood up, hood down thing looks good. He changes it every once in a while. The cool twist they did with Black Adam is really great. And they even have little tiny bits of the rest of the Marvel family in there as well.
That's cool. They kept most of the mythology intact.
Yeah,
it's
kind of sped up and compressed to get them in there quicker.
Yeah.
So I'm really hoping that we're going to be getting a Shazam series to replace some of the outgoing books.
I think we probably will be.
I'm really, really hoping. It definitely feels like this is a setup to kind of test the waters with the Shazam family and their story to see if, does the public still buy it? At least did issue 21 sell really well? All right, maybe maybe it'll be a mini-series of Shazam first, or maybe they'll just jump right in and give us a series.
I think they'll probably just jump right in.
I really hope they do. And speaking of testing of waters, see what I did there? This is a segue.
Ooh.
This is what professionals do.
All right.
The another bit of comic news, which kind of was cool. There's going to be, hopefully, fingers crossed, an idea floating around at DC that the others from Aquaman might be getting their own series.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
anybody that's been reading Aquaman for a while, when the others showed up, like 8-9 months or so ago.
Yeah, I don't remember.
In the books, you really got the feeling that this was, hey, guys, look, new team. You like it? You like it? Teasing that these guys are going to get a series. And it never happened. Apparently, the plan might have been originally for Tomasi, what's his first name?
Peter Tomasi.
Peter Tomasi, to do that series. Scheduling-wise, didn't really work out. But the Aquaman annual that's coming out in a few weeks or after, or whenever, I think maybe after Villains United or whatever that villain story thing is, when that wraps up, there's going to be an Aquaman annual where the others are kind of the main key hook in that story. And if it sells well, there's going to be, hopefully, an ongoing series starring the others, done by John Ostrander.
Yep.
Who's, whenever I see his name, I think of Dr. Manhattan. I don't know why.
Why? Yeah.
It's his
weird.
name. It's how his name looks on paper. It makes me think of John Osterman. Every time I see it. I don't know why. So, anyone listening, if you would like to set a series starring the others, which I personally would, because they're awesome characters.
I would too. They're pretty cool.
Yeah, go buy copies upon copies of Aquaman Annual when it comes out. Buy all of them in your comic book store.
I'm sure it'll sell well enough, but
the book on whole has been selling well.
Yeah.
But, DC...
It's one of their actually top books. So.
DC and their sales goals seems to be as out of whack as some other companies' sales goals, so... No idea what their target is to warrant it. So, fingers crossed. Yeah. I'd like to see it.
Yeah, me too. Agreed.
Yeah. Do you have a trade review for us this week,
I
Geoff?
do. Ooh. This week, I reviewed Conan Volume 13. Odd number, but it's the beginning of the Conan the Barbarian reboot from Dark Horse by Brian Wood and Becky Cloonan on art. Now, you used to buy Conan when I got Conan first started. Yeah, Dark Horse, right? Yeah. And it was by Kurt Busiek and Carrie Nord. Now, remember how awesome like those first couple arcs were? Like the art was beautiful. When he was returning back to Samaria, yeah. And the writing was great awesome. By Frank Cho. Like everything was just that book was perfect. Yeah. That's how this reboot is. Excellent. It is just as fantastic and wonderful as you remember that first arc from like 10 years ago from Dark Horse. It was awesome. Brian Wood does a fantastic job writing Conan. He like gets him. Nice. Like it's like the new Star Wars book he's writing that you talked about a couple weeks back. He gets the characters. He understands them. So fantastic. And Becky Cloonan on art. Fucking gorgeous. Gorgeous art. It is so awesome. It's far different from Carrie Nord's art. Far different from a lot of people's art. But it fits the character so well. And the book is amazing. It starts in volume 13 of the trade paperback program they're running. Why they didn't start it at a new volume 1, I'm not sure. So if you go in and look for it, you gotta know it's volume 13, or hopefully your comic book shop owners,
because if you go looking for it,
will know what it is. So definitely worth a pickup. Like it's also about him on the Black Coast where he meets Belit, the pirate queen. Cool. So it's that whole run there. It's been adapted before at Marvel, but I don't think as well as it has been here. Gorgeous writing, gorgeous art. It's exciting, and I breezed through that book in probably half hour, 40 minutes. Nice. It reads so well. The pacing is fantastic. It's a great book. So pick it up. Conan Volume 13. Can't go wrong. Dark Horse Comics. Excellent. So, comic portion is finito. No! For today, anyways. Oh, okay. So, you are going to tell us about some of the gaming industry going on.
There's some video game news and discussions and topics.
So, what do you got for us?
First of all, I'm not really playing anything new this week. I'm still kind of deep into Animal Crossing. It's taking up a lot of my spare time. I've basically accumulated all the parts of my Zelda costume for my little mayor. So, basically, he looks like me running around in Link cosplay. So I got full Link costume, and I'm very happy with it. I've still got to try and acquire a few more pieces. I found out there's actually a Master Sword in the game, so I'm frantically trying to acquire that.
Oh, yeah.
It's taking up a lot of my time. I even have a little Metroid in a tube sitting in my house. And it's such a fun game. I caught a shark.
That's awesome.
Which is great. So I'm probably going to put some little pictures up online and on my blog and that just to show some of the cool little photos that are going on.
That's cool.
But it's a super fun game. Again, I
highly
recommend going out and picking this up. If you have a 3DS, download it immediately. If you don't, it's a system seller.
Yeah.
Like it's worth going to buy a system for this game.
So, strong recommendation.
Yes. Everyone's been chatting about the Xbox One DRM reversal. I was happy to see it happen. It was a stupid idea to begin with. The way they went about explaining it was ridiculous. All the limitations and restrictions they were putting on ownership of what you have, just terrible. So I'm super happy to hear that it's been reversed. It makes my decision and my group's decision on which system to buy now a little bit more difficult.
Yeah.
I'm still in a PS4 mode. I still leaning heavy on the PS4, but the Xbox One's got some things that kind of open up a little bit more to me considering getting it as a system.
Really? Eh?
Again, like I said, I'm probably going to end up with all of them anyway. It's which one I buy first. So we'll see how...
That DRM is a big enough reversal for you to purchase that one possibly first?
It possibly is. The fact that I own what I buy. I don't have to prove myself to the company.
Oh, so there's no more pinging your system every 24
Nope, there's no
hours?
every 24-hour login. You don't have to install the game to the hard drive to play. You can play them off your disc. You don't have to jump through hoops just to play the games.
That's good.
With them removing it, there is some downsides to it. You don't get the benefits of having this type of control, and there are benefits. So some of the abilities that they were going to have was this game sharing library. They weren't really super specific about how it would work.
Yeah.
But what you could do, if I had a game and you were on my friends list or family list, it wasn't supposed to be, it didn't necessarily have to be family in the house. It could be people on your list.
Yeah.
I could have the game. If you didn't own it, you could play my copy of it because it was on my hard drive. I could digitally loan it to you.
All right.
Which I think is fantastic. If I wasn't playing it, you guys go ahead. You go to town. If I'm away for a week, go to town and play.
Yeah.
So that was really cool. But taking this DRM style and the control and the check-in, that's gone because you have to have the disc and the tray to play. So there's a little bit of a downside.
Yeah.
That feature with the game sharing on your family list should have been one of the huge bullet points that Microsoft hammered home to people the second this thing was announced, and that would have lessened it. I think that would have been
offset
what do you mean I have to do all this DRM check-in? Oh, I can share games with 10 people I know for free. Okay.
So have they made it so you're able to play your old games yet, or
no? There's no backwards compatibility at all. They're still going on that the PlayStation 4 will have a cloud-based backwards compatibility, probably not available day one.
Yeah.
But I was glad to see Don Matrick not at Microsoft anymore. He left to go work at Zynga, which is hilarious because Zynga's a terrible company. But him leaving, I think he did so much damage to Microsoft during E3 with his comments and everything he was talking about. Was just, I think they were probably as happy to see him go as he was to take over and get a CEO job. So farewell, Don Matrick. One of the other big things that broke, I think it was last week or sometime early this week, the free-to-play model, any gamers know, is pretty much where things are going to end up going for a large portion of the video game industry. Wow. You download or buy what you want, and you don't pay any money for the basic core game, but if you want this piece of armor, this ability, this character, microtransactions. It's a way to kind of spread out spending for people, make it more economical, and you can get away with extending the life of games this way. So it's a model that's not going anywhere. Now, the thing with the new consoles is they both have online requirements for membership plans, like gaming online. So in order to play, say, Killzone online on the PS4, you need a PlayStation Plus membership. To play Call of Duty on your Xbox One, you need an Xbox Live membership. Yeah. Here's the thing that sucks about what one half of the companies is doing. You download a free-to-play game, so say DC Universe Online on your PS4. It's a free-to-play game. You download that. You don't need a PlayStation Plus account to play it online because it's a free-to-play game. If you were to download an equal free-to-play game on the Xbox One, you need an Xbox Live subscription to play it. Therefore, removing the free-to-play part. So, even though the PlayStation 4 requires a subscription to play their online games, if you have a game on the PlayStation 4 that's a free-to-play game, you don't have to have that PlayStation Plus subscription. On the Xbox, you need a Live account to play. So, it's not free-to-play.
That is true.
That was a bit of a disappointment. If they want to have a subscription for their games that are online, fine. For their Call of Duties, their Battlefields,
so basically, you can download it for free. You just can't play it for free.
Pretty sure you probably need an Xbox Live account to download stuff.
Oh, really?
So
they get you no matter what.
That's, a little disappointing. So even a free-to-play game on the Xbox One will cost you $5 a month. So, score.
I know.
Good job.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's trying to wring some cash out of developers or ensuring that no matter, even if someone buys a 360 or an Xbox One, they're going to get some money out of them, even if it's just free-to-play games.
Yeah.
Kind of crappy.
Huh. That is kind of crappy.
Yeah. One of the bigger games coming out by the end of the year, hopefully, fingers crossed, is GTA 5. I've always been a big fan of the Grand Theft Auto series.
They're not bad.
4 was hard to get through. Your cousin calling you up every 20 minutes. You want to go bowling? No, I'm trying to do my missions. Leave me alone. But just the scope of the world and how big they made it was a fantastic game. Great to play. Visually, it looked amazing.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to GTA 5. It seems to be going back to having a little bit more fun with things. You can have on-the-fly, out-of-mission character switching. And there's 3 different characters, 3 protagonists you play as. You can actually meet the other 2 guys as you're playing as one of them. And you can't kill them because it would ruin the story. But if you shoot him in the head, the next time you switch the guy you shot in the head, you wake up in the hospital. So it's kind of a cool little story part there. The downside is it has an install, which most games do. 8 gigs is the install size.
That's large.
Yeah. I don't have nearly that much room on my 360, and my PS3 is dead.
Yeah.
So I'm either looking at buying a new hard drive, which is like $100 on top of buying the game. I can't play it on my PS4 when I buy it. So...
Oh, that's right, eh?
Unless they do a next-gen version, which they haven't really commented much about. So I don't know how I'm going to be playing GTA 5.
That's wonderful.
Yeah, I gotta dupe over all my save games, get them off my hard drive, re-download all my games that I have on my little crappy 30-gig hard drive, and then go buy a new one for like $100-something bucks. So the price of the game plus a new hard drive, I'm kind of pissed about this. An 8-gig install?
That's large.
That is
very
big.
Large.
So I've got to look at my options. There's a possibility with the situation I am in financially, I'm not playing GTA 5 when it comes out.
It sounds like that's the way you're going.
Yeah. And I'm very disappointed by that.
Yeah.
So, a little bit of sad news on the GTA front. Hopefully things reverse and I can end up finding another option. We'll see.
True.
We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, that's... Wow.
And thus concludes the gaming news.
Gaming news. Yep.
And now toys. No, just kidding. No.
Well, so maybe not a lot of news going on this week, but there was some stuff.
I like stuff.
There was stuff.
I like things.
So Image Expo happened this week.
Can't believe they have their own show.
They've had it for years though.
Yeah,
just this year seemed far bigger and
I've
better.
never really done too much reading about Image Expo.
No?
Well,
I read about it every year. It's just there's not much to really say.
Just Todd running around yelling at people.
But this year, lots of cool stuff coming out. So
new Spawn book. Oh.
One can only hope, Gary.
Come on,
It's been
2 decades. Why don't we have a second Spawn title?
Why don't we have 5 Spawn titles?
Yeah.
I don't understand.
Spawn AI, Spawn Arena,
Secret Spawn,
The Spawn.
more Spawn games.
Come
more
on,
Spawn
Todd.
toys.
Get on it.
You know,
We're gonna get a second movie made somehow.
We need that shit out now.
How are you gonna get a second movie made without people clamoring for Spawn books?
Dark Spawn, like
Too close to Dark
Spawn.
Age. Can't do that. Your game gonna be like,
yeah.
Mm-mm-mm.
So, a lot of our favorite writers coming out with new books.
Via Image?
Yes. So Ed Brubaker and Steve Epting are doing a new book called Velvet.
Hello.
Looks amazing. It's about a
Don't
spy.
care.
She's
Buying
a woman.
Oh, spy, of course.
Well, whatever. It's still going to be whatever. A similar type book in the vein of the feel they did in Captain America and Winter Soldier. So there's it's called Velvet. It's about a spy that comes out of retirement because like all her bosses were killed and whatnot. Something like that. Anyways, looks amazing. Straczynski has already been back at Image right now. He's got a book coming out. Title escapes me. Whatever. Anyways, he is coming out with 3 more books. One with Bill Sienkiewicz, which I can't remember what it's called either. But, I mean, that's almost a must-buy for me on those 2 names alone. Hard to say, though, because Straczynski's been sort of going a little downhill over the years. You know, what with Superman Grounded and
literally
whatever.
hit ground floor on that book.
Yes. So he's also redoing his book he had at Marvel's Icon imprint called Book of Lost Souls. Not re-releasing, redoing it. Why? I don't know.
Interesting.
He says there's a lot of interest. I'll take him at his word. And his other former book he published years and years and years ago, Dream Police. Never bought that one. Don't really know what it's about. I'm guessing it's about police and dreams. I don't know.
Oh, good guess.
Yeah, probably. So if
Safe
you
bet.
like Straczynski, 4 books coming out from Image soon.
Wow.
4 books. Matt Fraction has another new title called Ody'C. A new take on the Odyssey, but in space.
I've been hearing about that for a while. I didn't think
so
you'd actually get it off the ground.
It's spelled
Awesome.
ODY''C. So Ody'C.
How the kids are spelling it these days.
That's right.
Sounds
Rick
good.
Remender has 2 new books coming out.
Jeez, why do I have to buy all these Image books now?
The first one looks so friggin' good, called Deadly Class. It's about a school of assassins in the 1980s.
Oh my god.
It looks awesome. There's preview pages up online right now. It looks fantastic. Like, just friggin' so great. And his next book, eventually after that, will be called Black Science, which he describes as a spiritual sequel to his other former book, Fear Agent. I never read Fear Agent. It's supposed to be great. I want to read it at some point. But, so 2 new Remender books coming out. Jason Aaron has a new book coming out called Southern Bastards. That one's pretty self-explanatory. It's about Southern bastards.
You know what you get going in.
Exactly. About a small town down in Hicksville, friggin' Tennessee or wherever. They're Southern, and they're bastards. So,
Excellent.
But it sounds amazing. So, yeah, you got Brubaker, Fraction, Remender, Aaron, Straczynski. You got just tons of people writing new books for Image. It's going to be a pretty good next year or so.
What are the release dates? Are they
I think
out?
Remender's is the first one coming out in November, I want to say. So, and that's that Deadly Class about the School of Assassins.
That sounds awesome.
So, yeah. Good stuff from the Image Expo. Can't wait.
Good stuff from Image.
I know.
Wow.
And then on the flip side, same dealio, Vertigo announced 6 new books as well. Which, Vertigo's been going way downhill. They have nothing left. They've got Fables, they've got Unwritten.
That's about it.
And, that's like pretty much it. I mean, they do have Sandman coming out.
True.
Again by Gaiman, which they've retitled Sandman Overture instead of Sandman Zero. But they've got Hinterkind by Ian Edgington. It's another post-apocalyptic type tale. But this one's like Mother Earth is pissed, so all the creatures of myth and legend come back, and they're going to kick some ass, I guess. Sounds kind of cool.
Very interested.
Another one is called Dead Boy Detectives, which is from the Sandman mythos, so you pretty much know what you're getting there. Suicides by Lee Bermejo. He did that Luther hardcover and that Joker hardcover from DC a little while back, if you guys remember that.
Excellent.
He is writing and drawing this time, though, and it's about boxers in the future.
Robots?
Boxers. Boxing?
Boxing robots?
No, boxing people.
Boxing's not going to exist in the future. It's all going to be robots.
Yeah. There's another one called Coffin Hill. It's written by Caitlin Kittredge. It's about magic and witches and stuff in a small town. It looks pretty good from the write-up. And I kind of like the name Coffin Hill. It's kind of cool.
Yeah.
And I can't even read my own writing, so I don't know what the last one is called. I want to say The Disciple, but maybe not.
Question mark?
It's by Peter Milligan. It's an erotic thriller. So Peter Milligan has a new book coming out. There you go. Long time Hellblazer writer, long time everything Vertigo writer.
Very cool. Very cool.
A shit ton of new books from Image and Vertigo coming out.
They sound pretty fresh stories as well.
A lot of them, yeah. They're all different genres. Yeah. They're all...
They don't seem to be a standard superhero fare, which is kind of nice.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
So, do you have any news bits to share with us? Sounds like a no to me.
No, I'm good.
All right. So this popped online today.
Oh boy, here we go.
There is a book called Now on the Big Screen, the unofficial and unauthorized guide to Doctor Who at the cinema. And in this
short book.
Yeah. In this book, Paramount Studios, back in 1988, were going to reboot Doctor Who, and the person they had in mind to play the Doctor...
I can't even imagine.
...was Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson, the Doctor.
There are so many things wrong with that. Why would... What? What?
Because they saw his Moonwalker video.
Oh.
And they're like, wow, that's pretty cool. He could play the Doctor.
I don't even know.
Man.
What?
Yep.
What planet is a human being born into where that would have been a good idea?
The US of A, Paramount Studios.
What coked up 80s fueled nightmare led to that idea?
I'm not sure.
That is ridiculous.
Because you had what? How many? 7 or 8 Doctors up till that point that were all British? And then...
yeah, because who was...
I can't remember who was the last one. Sylvester McCoy, maybe?
Yeah, I think McCoy would have been the Doctor around that time, because then the Fox movie with McGann, yeah, it would have been McCoy.
So this was before the McGann movie, though.
Yeah.
So...
Wow.
Scrap McGann. Let's get Michael Jackson.
Would have been in continuity, do you think?
Yes,
like,
it
McCoy regenerates into Michael Jackson?
That's the thing. That's the other. Yeah, that's the
Someone
thing too.
make that.
Would the star power of Michael Jackson in 1988, because he was like huge in 1988, like King of Pop, you know, at the height of his friggin' powers, you know, would his star have eclipsed the role he was playing?
Yes,
I think so too.
It would have been Michael Jackson.
Hey, look, it's Michael Jackson, not it's the Doctor.
Yeah.
Hey, look, Michael Jackson has a companion, and he's in a police box.
It would have been stupid. Plus, fucker can't act.
You don't know that. How many movies has he been in?
None!
Wait, wasn't he in The Wiz? I don't remember.
There's a reason for that. Fucker couldn't act. He's like Elvis.
What are you talking about? Elvis can act. I have many of his films.
You have many of his films doesn't mean he can act.
He can act. He's amazing.
He is a singer, songwriter, musician, not an actor.
Michael Jackson? True. Elvis? Actor.
True.
Thing was, and we can go on about this all day. Maybe we'll do it in a microsode. I will tell you all about Elvis and his acting career. We'll do that.
We're gonna do the other 25 minutes of the show.
So anyways.
No, seriously though. Like, someone out there, I hope someone else knows this and has read this. I want to see a YouTube video in the next week of Sylvester McCoy regenerating into 80s Michael Jackson. I want to see it.
And his companion? a monkey.
Well, it'd have to be. Or a small boy. Don't
Macaulay
edit.
Culkin? That would be awesome.
That'd be amazing. I mean, it would have to be Culkin.
Actually, was he even... No, he was born. But when did the Home Alones happen? Mid-90s, right? So he would have been way too... He would have been like a baby. Can't be in that. Corey Feldman, maybe.
I'm not gonna say it.
No, don't say it. Don't say it at all.
I'm not gonna make a hard edit in this episode.
No.
I don't want to make anything too jarring.
No. So,
that would have been stupid. I'm just...
Michael Jackson. But guess what? That's not the end of the story.
Oh, I can't wait for the next one.
I know.
It's like a 1-2 punch.
Paramount, in their wisdom, also decided, hey, if we can't get Michael Jackson...
Okay, backup plan. What the hell?
Let's get Bill Cosby.
A bibbity bobbity wibbly wobbly timey wimey stuff? Is this what's gonna... Oh no! Companions running!
Hey look, it's Mr. Huxtable in the TARDIS.
My god, the alien sweaters.
Actually, he would have had the sweater part nailed down. Forget a suit jacket or a trench coat.
So,
Sweater
option
time.
1, Michael Jackson. If Michael Jackson's star shone too brightly, we're going with Bill Cosby. I don't...
Oh, God.
I don't even know. This is...
It's kind of funny you're wearing a Doctor Who shirt at the moment.
Christ.
You mentioned Bill Cosby fighting Daleks with Jell-O.
Or the new Coke.
Yeah.
Kodak film. Oh my god.
Daleks say the darndest things.
Oh, jeez. Holy shit.
Oh, God.
I can't wait for someone to hear this and make photo manipulations. Please.
Yeah.
Anyone out there?
So, like, yeah. Wait a sec. Michael Jackson's too busy? Get Bill Cosby on the phone. We need a doctor stat.
Having a great call. Hello, Mr. Jackson. This is Don Erickson from Paramount Pictures. Mm-hmm. We are interested in making you an offer to star as the new Doctor in the Doctor Who reboot. I'm not interested. Mm-hmm. Thanks. How about Bill Cosby?
Like,
my God.
I do not know what was going through their heads.
These are the biggest bullets dodged ever.
That's for sure. That is for
because
sure.
Because if that had even either of those...
That would have sunk the franchise.
We never would have had the last 7 years of Doctor Who. We wouldn't have had the Fox movie. Because that would have killed it.
Yep.
It would have been done. Ah, wow.
So yeah, thank the Time Lords, Paramount.
No,
never
here's
got
my
their
theory.
hands on it.
It actually happened. A real Time Lord went back and stopped it. Because that is it is a thing that I am sure Paramount would have done in the 80s. It happened, and it was erased from time. It wasn't a fixed point. We had a Time Lord go back and undo it. Because I don't...
Now, I kind of want to read the whole story. I want to see, like, did they lose the rights? Did they get the rights? What stopped them from making this film?
Was Bill asking for too much money?
I know.
Don't you know who I am? I can't do a Bill Cosby impression. Maybe Michael Jackson said no, and then Bill found out he was number 2, and just scrapped the whole thing.
Yeah.
And then
number
everything
2?
went off.
What are you talking about?
Fuck this.
I'm bigger than MJ.
And then everything went off the rails.
Yeah. Bill Cosby.
I wonder whose third choice would have been Laurence Olivier?
I don't know.
The
he would have been good, actually. He would have been good.
Daniel Day-Lewis as a Time Lord. I'd pay to see that.
I don't know. The way he does his method acting, he might actually try to travel back in time and like end up killing himself or something.
That'd be amazing. People look through history books. Why is Daniel Day-Lewis... What?
Yeah.
Why is he in Renaissance Italy?
So, I don't know whether to say, hey, thanks Paramount for not making that movie. Or like, Thank God, Paramount, you didn't make that movie.
Yeah, who do we thank for that not happening? Is it one of the two guys saying no, or Paramount guys coming down from their coke high on the weekend?
Yeah. It's,
Wow.
That was by far the most interesting bit of news that I read today. It was just...
And by interesting, you mean earth-shatteringly bad.
Yeah. That's the thing. It's not that the last 7 years may not have happened. The BBC would have been like, we gotta reboot this shit now. And they would have rebooted it in the 90s.
Yeah. Would we have gotten the Fox movie?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
It's hard to say. I mean, the Fox movie wasn't awesome either. But...
It wasn't Michael Jackson or Bill Cosby.
That's right. It wasn't Michael Jackson.
Fuck, I want some fanfics.
Third choice, Ted Danson. No, I don't know. It could have been.
Fourth choice, Shelley Long. Ron Howard.
Yeah, Ron Howard.
Fucking Opie as the Doctor.
That would have been funny.
Oh, wow. Well, thank you, whatever deity allowed that to not happen.
I know. It was.
We are forever in your debt.
It's interesting.
Wow. Never find out news like that again, because I'm... That probably came close to happening.
That's why I saved that bit for last.
Yeah.
Go
out on a high note.
That's right. You can't get any higher than Bill Cosby or Michael Jackson.
This is what could have happened. Be thankful it didn't. Be thankful you got us instead.
Yeah. So that also makes me wonder, what other movies were they possibly thinking of putting Michael Jackson and Bill Cosby in?
Maybe they was waiting for the right story to come along, and it was Doctor Who.
Yeah.
They wanted to make Michael Jackson's star just a little bit bigger. So we got to put him in film. Let's do some Batman. You think Tim Burton maybe had him in mind for Batman?
Ooh, that would have been interesting. I'm the goddamn Batman.
Simone. You killed my monkey. I mean parents.
Oh man.
Jeez.
Bill Cosby as the Joker. Huh? Better than Nicholson.
Ooh.
Better than
Bold,
Nicholson.
sir.
Yep.
Would he have gone the Cesar Romero route and not shaved his mustache? This is maybe the fourth time we've mentioned Cesar Romero on this show.
Really? I don't recall.
We're never getting him as a guest.
I don't even know if he's alive anymore.
That might have cemented it then.
Yeah.
Cesar Romero is listening
I didn't
to
mind
this
him as the Joker, actually. Cesar Romero.
Yeah, but, get the guy a Bic. Like, seriously. It's gonna grow back, guy. Like, it's gonna be okay.
Oh, yeah.
I guess that wraps up our episode for this week, sir.
I think it does. Yeah. Leave that image in your heads. Michael Jackson as the Doctor.
Don't only leave it in your heads, leave it on your computer screens through the photo manipulations that I hope people will start making.
Yes. Or Bill Cosby.
Bill Cosby. I want to see a fan-made cut trailer.
Doctor's favorite food, Jell-O.
Yep.
Yeah.
How does a Time Lord record history? Kodak film. Priceless.
That's right.
That'd be great.
It is priceless.
Oh, can you imagine what their screwdrivers would have looked like?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I don't know. It'd be...
I would imagine Michael
weird.
might have not used a screwdriver.
Magic wand.
No. Magic shoes.
Yeah.
Sonic shoes to do his tilt and everything.
Tap him out.
Just tap him out.
I gotta open this door. Tap, 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 tap.
Yeah. Would have been great.
I gotta hack this computer. Tap, tap, tap.
Oh my god. Or he sings. His sonic screwdriver is his voice. Oh my god.
I had it surgically implanted in my throat. So,
that would have been amazing. Simone! Door opens.
Oh,
quick,
crap.
Quick, we gotta get into the TARDIS. I'm going. He's moonwalking into the TARDIS.
Oh, God. So, we are gonna post a link to this little article.
If you feel the need to read it.
If you feel the need to read it yourself. And,
Why
you can decide
how awesome it
may be. And, if you have any thoughts or concerns or whatever, email Paramount Studios. And, thank them.
Not too late. Bill Cosby's still alive.
Thank them for not making this film. Thank them with every part of your being. So
I know I'll be thanking them.
I know. So you can subscribe to our page on Facebook. Please do so, because it's awesome.
It's pretty good.
You can see trailers of great films. Again, mentioning The Puma Man. Yeah!
Commentary coming soon.
That's right. And then you can read us on our respective blogs. Mine is mindmelds at mindmeldshome.tumblr.com.
Mine is the Shelf Life of Ragnarok. Same as Geoff's.
Yeah. And Gary's Twitter feed.
The Ragnarok. Feel
That's
free
right.
to enjoy that. It's a good one.
Check us out when you're not checking this out.
Check us out all the time.
That's
we love
right.
it.
We should always be present
Yeah.
on your computer screen, in your mind.
I'm not saying think about us all the time. You know, give us a thought every once in a while.
Yeah.
I think we've earned that much.
You have any comments? Post them. You have any hate mail? Post it. Have any good mail? Please post it.
We'll take the ire.
That's right. We'll take anything.
I don't mind. Whoa.
You want us to talk about something? Let us know. We'll talk about it. Because our opinions are pretty gold, actually.
They are. They're
pretty great. Pretty great. So, I guess that's it.
Yeah. Thanks for listening, everybody.
So this is Geoff.
And Garry.
For
Got it
the
that time.
Pendulum.
Take care.
There you go.